Honorable K. McConney, Minister of Education, Technological and Vocational Training, Mr. Benjamin Niles, Chairman of the Board of Directors of the Barbados Vocational Training Board, Mr. Henderson Thompson, Director of the Barbados Vocational Training Board, graduands, viewers, good evening. Welcome to the 2020 to 2021 virtual graduation ceremony of the Barbados Vocational Training Board. I am Captain Michael Jules, the Master of Ceremonies for this evening's ceremony. The Barbados Vocational Training Board is now in its 42nd year of existence, and its mission is to provide globally recognized vocational training that empowers graduates to perform competently in the marketplace. The invocation will now be delivered by Mr. Henderson Eastman, Executive Director of the TVET Council.
Gracious and caring God, our source of light, how wonderful are the works of your hands. On this special occasion, we ask for your almighty blessings upon our minister, the Honorable K.S. McConney MP, our chairman, Mr. Benjamin Niles, the board of directors, all staff, and most of all, our graduates and their families. Today, we thank you, Lord, for the blessing of learning, the privilege of training in our chosen trade area, and gaining new skills. May each graduate strive towards excellence in all they do, and may they feel proud and enjoy celebrating their success. Loving Father, we thank you for giving us the opportunity to build our future with these men and women as they embark on a journey to utilize these skills with exceptional skill and integrity. Thank you for every aspect of their time with us, the knowledge gained, the friendships made, and the dreams and visions they carry in their hearts, Lord. We pray that they would be able to use these skills and newfound knowledge to go out and bless the world. Please foster within them a continued passion for learning as they journey onwards. Bless and guide our graduates as they reach this milestone, as they chart new beginnings. May what they have learned by being with this institution allow them to truly be an example for others to follow. We dedicate this celebration to you. We thank you for leading and guiding us all. Amen.
Mr. Benjamin Niles, owner of Apex Construction and chairman of the Board of Management of the Barbados Vocational Training Board, will now deliver the official welcome.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you to our virtual graduation ceremony as we celebrate the graduating class of 2020-2021. This training year has been an unforgettable journey as we navigated uncharted waters with the COVID-19 pandemic. However, today we celebrate the achievements of our graduates and metaphorically launch them on their way into a new life where they can implement the knowledge, techniques, and attitudes learned, acquired, or developed here during the period they spent with us under our tutelage and guidance. We celebrate today under the theme, Adapt to Change, Prepare to Move Forward. Prepared or not, a new world refashioned by the realities of the social and economic impacts of the ongoing pandemic and of climate change, as well as geopolitical activities near and far. We at the BVTB prepared ourselves. We adapted to the changes brought on by the new realities, and we have moved forward. We are all therefore obliged to recognize and accept that change is a very present part of today's and tomorrow's life, and we must proactively adapt and prepare for a future conditioned by these recent, current, and prospective changes. We therefore invite you, as we take time out to celebrate the accomplishments of our graduates today, to also anticipate and embrace our place in this new world as an institution and as individuals, graduate or otherwise, and truly and fully adapt to change, prepare to move forward. I trust that you will be blessed and encouraged as we enjoy this graduation ceremony together, celebrating past achievements, but also looking forward to participating positively and successfully in a brave new world. Thank you.
Mr. Henderson Thompson's career has been devoted to the development of technical and vocational education in Barbados and the Caribbean region. He is a trained teacher specializing in technical and vocational education and training, and an administrator with almost 40 years' experience. Mr. Thompson holds a certificate in education, further education, construction specialization, and a Bachelor of Arts degree in education from the University of Huddersfield, England. He earned the second highest senior award, the membership of the City and Guilds of London in executive management. Mr. Thompson is the holder of several certifications, including certification from Canada as a curriculum and industry liaison specialist, focus also on competency-based approaches in tertiary education, technical and applied programs. Certification in assessment examination and certification of seafarers through the International Maritime Organization and Ministry of Works and Transport, Trinidad and Tobago. He's a certified knowledge maker, and he's certified construction safety site manager through the Construction Industry Training Board, UK. Ladies and gentlemen, to deliver the director's report, Mr. Henderson Thompson.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. For those of us involved in the provision of technical and vocational training, I would dare to suggest that after going through multiple graduation ceremonies, there's a danger that we become a little numb to the significance of these exercises to graduates who have reached the culmination of their training experience with us. But this is not so. To these ladies and gentlemen, graduation represents much more than the end of another cycle. It's a time to be proud of their attainments, yes, but it's also potentially a turning point in their lives. A time to leave the old represented by the classroom, whether physical or virtual, and to embrace the new as they undertake a more independent and productive phase of their lives. As we celebrate with them as an institution in their present success, we must acknowledge that even while they face the new challenges in their lives brought on by the changed circumstances, we must also, as an institution, anticipate the upcoming changes that we also face. Hopefully, we have given them the tools they need during their journey. On the other hand, we must take a critical look at what we have done this past year. See what we have done right and improve as needed, and ameliorate those areas where we should or could have done better. I am reminded of the words of the ancient Greek philosopher Socrates, who once said that the secret of change is to focus on all your energies, not on the fighting the old, but on building the new. We look backwards so that we can look forward with a view to achieving a better tomorrow. We all do well to adopt today's theme in our lives. Adapt to change, prepare to move forward. Ladies and gentlemen, I present the Director's Report for the period 2020-2021. Skills Training Program, the first semester commenced on September 7th, 2020, and the second semester on May 17th, 2021. With the enrollment of 438 trainees across 22 varied trades, included auto mechanics, plumbing, electrical installation, international cuisine. Eagerly looking forward to the training planned. The training was facilitated at 5 satellite training centers: All Saints, St. Luke's, Six Roads, Huddersfield, and the C. Loma Aline training centers, located across the island of Barbados. The year was off to a great start, even as we faced the usual challenges ahead, adapting to our changes and moving forward. However, as fate saw it, the COVID-19 pandemic continued to threaten our shores, and we, the BVTB, were faced with once again another closure of classes. According to Tom Preston, innovation is taking two things that already exist and putting them together. Through teamwork and cooperation, even in these unprecedented waters, we put our heads together and through innovation provided for our trainees. Some of the classes were able to deliver the theoretical aspects virtually, while others awaited the recommencement of face-to-face training. As a result of this, the second semester saw a delayed physical start on May 17, 2021, which posed a slight challenge once again for the vocational training. The Barbados Vocational Training Board continues to examine innovative ways of delivering vocational training throughout periods such as this for future reference. Since valuable training time was lost, the semester was extended to October 8, 2021 to ensure that all students receive the allotted training time. Classes continued to be divided into two sections, morning and afternoon, to allow adequate space for social distancing. Today, we have 224 graduates across the varying trades for the skills training program. The evening program was and continues to be heavily impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic. There are several factors which have contributed to the reduced enrollment, including smaller class sizes and diminished individual disposable income. There were 160 students registered for the September 2020 cohort of the evening programs, of which 137 successfully completed their courses. The statistics were slightly better for the May 2021 period, where 194 students were registered and 167 completed successfully. The February to April 2021 training period was cancelled due to a government-imposed national pause and curfew. 216 individual program students, evening program students, are graduating today. These students overcame the hardship faced and were victorious in the end. I congratulate them. The apprenticeship program during the period 2020 to 2021 had a total of 54 apprentices registered, 16 in 2020 and 38 in 2021. The registrations during the period 2020 to 2021 occurred predominantly under the Automotive and Light Commercial Vehicle Engineering Apprenticeship Scheme, for a total of 5 in 2020 compared to 11 in 2021. In 2020, 3 and in 2021, 4 in air conditioning and refrigeration entered the program. In 2020, 3 apprentices were registered in the trade of electrical installation, with 8 registered in the trade in 2021. During the period, there were other registrations, 1 apprentice in welding and metal fabrication in 2020, with 3 registrations in mechanical engineering and 4 in welding and metal fabrication in 2021. Of the 4 registrations in 2021 in the trade of mechanical engineering, 1 was a female. 1 apprentice also registered in plumbing in 2020 and 2 in 2021. The year 2021 saw 2 registrations in the construction sector, 1 in masonry and 1 in carpentry. 5 females were registered in the trade of cosmetology, 3 in 2020 and 2 in 2021. There were no registrations in the following trades: solar water heating technology, joinery, and vehicle body repair. During this fiscal year, 2022 to 2023, the initiatives to introduce white-collar apprenticeships and traineeships will bolster the registration in the apprenticeship program. The apprenticeship program has produced 24 hard-working, determined graduates today. In plant training, the Barbados Vocational Training Board facilitated forklift refresher training for 31 employees of Massey Distribution. This training took place at Massey Distribution Warehouse from October 18th to October 22nd, 2021. The training took the format of 1 hour of training for each group of 5 groups in total. The sessions included the overview of the theoretical information and videos, practical assessments which included the observation of specific tasks, and written assessments. We salute 29 graduates of our implant training program today. The result, ladies and gentlemen, of our coming together, keeping together, and working together, despite the obstacles that we may have faced along the way, that result is a graduating class of 2020-2021. We are proud of the success that they have made with the opportunities they were offered. Congratulations. We are inordinately proud of you all.
The Honorable K. McConney, Minister of Education, Technological and Vocational Training, will now deliver the feature address.
Thank you, Master of Ceremonies. Chairman of the Barbados Vocational Training Board, Director of Training, Mr. Henderson Thompson, members of the Board of Directors, members of the Secretariat and staff of the Barbados Vocational Training Board, specially invited guests, members of the media, graduates, ladies and gentlemen, warmest greetings. To all the graduates of the Barbados Vocational Training Board who are graduating today, graduation is a milestone on your learning journey for growth, achievement, and advancement. And I celebrate you for the investment of time you have made in yourself to advance your skills and better prepare your life for the world of work that's emerging. You deserve this celebration. During your time at the Vocational Training Board, you would have made fresh friends and with fellow students, and you would have developed meaningful relationships with some of your instructors. Please, I implore you, take these connections with you. Barbados is small, and your ability to nurture a community of support is essential to your success as you seek to make it past this moment called graduation and into the future to which you aspire as a skilled worker or entrepreneur. Beyond these connections, I urge you to carry with you to the new places and new jobs to which you will move the commitment and the discipline that you've shown in staying the full course of your area of training. No student learns without effective instruction and the right environment. So, if you would permit me to thank the Director of Training, the staff, and instructors of the Barbados Vocational Training Board for your hard work and your dedication. It is your diligence in the teaching and learning process that has ensured that these persons here are graduated as competent practitioners in their chosen vocations. On behalf of the government and people of Barbados, I say thank you. Know that your contribution to education and training is highly valued. You know, employers today are seeking to recruit skilled resources who are ready for work, who demonstrate the capacity to deliver quality work immediately, to adapt to changing circumstances, and to embrace new ideas and concepts as the environment around us emerges. Whether as employees or business persons, graduates, you will need to have the personal confidence to respond positively to change and to new ways of working. The people who will win are those among you who are prepared to rise to the challenge, to pivot quickly when the environment around you shifts, who can face unfamiliar experiences but with courage, and to cope with new and unexpected shocks outside of your control with an optimism and true intention for meaningful action. I want you to understand that whatever happens in your life from here on is what you create or allow. The power is yours. The knowledge and skills that you have acquired through your training here at BVTB will serve you well for a certain period of time. You are at entry level now, for the most part. I imagine, however, that entry level is not where you plan to stay. Over time, the knowledge and skills required to carry you the full distance of your potential in your chosen vocation will change as new equipment and tools and products and processes are developed. Be prepared to transition with the trends and even to be a trailblazer out front. And I say this not simply to the students. I suggest this also to the instructors whose responsibility it is to keep up with the requirements of industry, to keep up with innovations in the respective vocations, and to transition your instructional methods and the content of courses to fit the current and emerging demands. Relevance. relevance. Remaining relevant in this change in time will matter. And at the level of the board, I urge you to think strategically, to look beyond the course that BVTB has traditionally taken, beyond the way that you have done things in the past. Survey the global environment for vocational training and charge this institution with determining how its philosophy, its facilities, its equipment, its teaching models and curricula must be adapted to chart a course toward the future of a high-quality, world-class institution. The world is becoming increasingly digital, and the trajectory for vocational training is following suit. Let's take, for example, roofing. Roofers are now using drones more and more to identify roof damage with precision and to plan remedial and proactive maintenance. Are we training persons at BVTV in sufficient numbers with the right skills to operate such drones and even to program them? I can assure you that many persons, including some graduating today, would be excited by the prospect of using technology to work smarter, faster, and safer, whether it's on roofs or in wells, whether it's on personal cars or on commercial cruise liners, whether in private homes or in high-rise industrial properties. And what about the machines and special equipment used in training? Is BVTB bringing new technological resources into the learning space to prepare trainees for 21st century occupations? The profiles of occupations are changing. For instance, with Barbados transitioning to electric and hybrid vehicles for public and private use, how are we introducing new programs or expanding existing programs for mechanics and electricians to ensure that enough competent persons are appropriately skilled to deliver quality automotive service in this emerging environment? It is no surprise to any of us that occupations and vocations change, and that innovation in products and services happen. What seems to be catching many of our institutions off guard is the speed at which change and innovation is happening in a climate of digitalization. Are digital skills part of the electives for vocational training? Graduates, as you prepare to claim opportunities in the world of work, in the business world, keep in mind that it will take more than technical skills to succeed. You will need strong communication skills. How you express yourself and connect with others makes a difference in how you are engaged and treated. How you get along with others and work collaboratively as part of a team, even when you may not particularly like your assignment or a coworker. It speaks to your attitude and work ethic. In many ways, the adage that your attitude can dictate your altitude is true. Companies today are not only looking to employ and to engage with professionals who can follow instruction, they are also looking for creative partners with whom they can share the outcome they want and give you the room to determine how best to achieve it. In the 21st century, vocational training requires skills that are technical, interpersonal, and digital. Now, there's much more that I could say to you today, but I am conscious, however, that this is a virtual graduation and long speeches are not advisable in this environment. What I want you to remember, though, is that you have the power to co-create whatever happens next in your life. The world we live in is a dynamic world, and you will need to keep leveling up to stay on top of your vacation. The education and training that you have received during your course of study at the Barbados Vocational Training Board is just a starter. Take charge of your own learning journey and push to the next level and to the next, boosting all the way your training, your experience, and your desire to deliver excellence. I encourage you, graduates, that as you move forward from being a student to a working professional, never stop learning. Learning is career long and it is lifelong. Don't expect perfection. Mistakes will be made. Just know that it's not how many times you make the mistakes and that those mistakes take you down. It's how many times you get up. And I ask you to have courage, the courage to try new things. Keep an open mind to discover new skills and ideas, and unexpected interests may very well arise. Be willing to adapt to change and to tackle hard things. You were built for excellence. You were built for excellence. And I urge you to strive for it every time. Graduates, board members, management and staff, parents, ladies and gentlemen, the entire BVTB family, congratulations on this graduation. May you grow from strength to strength as individuals and as an institution, adapting to changes as you move forward. I thank you.
Adrian Greene is a spoken word performer, actor, and visual artist. Greene is a two-time Gold Award winner in Barbados' National Festival of Creative Arts, a recipient of the Prime Minister's Award in the Performing Arts, a three-time Barbadian Slam Poetry Champion, and two-time winner of the Emancipation Roots Experience show. He's featured in the 2015 film Vigilante, The Crossing. Ladies and gentlemen, to perform a spoken word piece entitled You Have What It Takes, Adrian Greene.
You have what it takes. You have what it takes to pull your foot off of the brakes of your life and accelerate towards the destiny that is your final destination. And anything less would be a total desecration of the sacred temple that you are, because you are blessed with visions that only you can see. You've been given dreams that only you can make a reality. And to rob the world of your unique contribution would be a tragedy, because you have what it takes. You have what it takes to take those dreams from behind your eyelids to right in front of your very eyes, from the back of your mind to right in your front lawn, or anywhere you want it. Flaunt it. Your greatness is not to be kept secret. It's in like the good cutlery that only special guests get to peek it. Seek it. And when you find it, shine it like a star. A perpetual light to guide others like you, lost stars, to their rightful place in the sky. How high you want to travel? How high do you really want to travel? We can hover like years above the earth's surface, or we can roll up in the gravel, because we dig our own graves and we build our own castles. So let me know if to hand you some cement blocks or a shovel. One time I do this piece and a little girl said, Mr. Greene, hand me a space shuttle, cause I plan to build a mansion on the moon. But I look she and she eye and I tell she, little girl, you got what it takes to get so high, or you just a hot air balloon. But when I look in her eye, I can see that, yeah, you have what it takes. You have what it takes to shake off the shackles of fear and dive into the abyss of perils and risk, making mistakes and missteps, but still pumping your fist in victory. Confidence is not arrogance, but though life is full of mystery, in the court of history, your ancestors have already testified that you have what it takes. By their very survival, when death would have been an easy escape, Your ancestors expressed their faith that you, their descendants, would one day wake and take your rightful place in this race. Firm and forceful, but full of grace. To your tongues, your ancestors taste success. To their sacrifices, you are blessed. So nothing less than your best is required. It's time to get fired up and quake all those who would underrate you, so they will never again ask if you have what it takes. Because it would be obvious for everybody to see that you do have what it takes.
Mrs. Claire Jordan, Registrar of the Barbados Vocational Training Board, will now present the graduates to the Chairman of the Board and the Director of Training.
Director of Training and Chairman of the Barbados Vocational Training Board. As Registrar of the Barbados Vocational Training Board, it is with great pleasure to recommend for graduation these 493 persons who have satisfactorily completed the requirements of the skills training, evening, apprenticeship programs, and implant training.
Air Conditioning and Refrigeration Level 1. Christian Cheltenham. Daquan Mears. Kwame Padmore. Kimani Granham. Nicholas Agard. Rashawn Brown. Sentwali Sobers. Tiandra Yearwood. Auto Mechanics Level 1. Calvin Brown Worrell. Savante Hill. Davion Agard. Donico Baker. Imani Paris. Jaheim Bess. Jamal Watson Cummins. Joshua Toppin. Javante Springer. Jermaine Graham. Keon Moore. Lamar Mason. LaShawn Garnes. Mark Worrell Lowe. Mercedes Bailey. Nathaniel Mahon. Nicholas Gill. Renako Cyrus. Rico Seeley. Samario Chaplin. Shane Bishop. Bar and Restaurant Services Level 1. Aaliyah Clark. Caroline Payne. Kassanjai Springer. Charmaine Chandler. Destiny Simmons. Destiny Gamble. Kiara Bruce. Malik Blackett. Noel Legal. Omari Davis. Chokime Motley. Care of the Elderly Level 2. Alicia Clark. Denisha Wickham Wiggins. Estelita Knight. Gabrielle Mears. Jada Blenman. Jerome Scott. Khadijah Smith. Rodrika Olton. Safia Roberts. Carpentry Level 1. Alexander Granger. Chad Goodrich. Shamar Cadogan. Shaquille Aline. Simon Seeley. Xavier Springer. Computer Applications Level 1. Akeem Mears. Christopher Ford. Jade Mason. Jamelia Gaskin. Janelsha Bishop. Kenisha Eastman. Kiana Osborne. Kiana Smith. Kimari Jones. Kyle King. Latoya Critchlow. Miracle Bess. Otario Norgrove. Raphael Roach. Raven Hines. Sarah Brown. Shadil Dupal. Shakira Devonish. Shanice Nelson. Trinity Osborne. Tyreek Wood. Zion Peters. Cupboard Construction Level 1. Amon Husbands. Shay Cave. Dondre Seeley. Jason Clark. Kadeem Clark. Caleb Ford. Caliph McCarthy. Kyle Knight. Nakeem Gollop. Raniko Lloyd. Raniko Light Griffith. Electrical Installation Level 1. Davin Boyce. Deontay John. Jacoby Gibson. Jaheim Greenwich. Jamal Griffith. Joshua Holder. Kai Brewster. Kimar Jackson. Kyle Blackett. Malik Waldron. Mervyn Callender. Tyrese Trotman. Garment Making Level 1. Asha Wilkinson. Ashley Bourne. Celeste King. Sianidi Thomas. Destiny Holder. Janelle DeHale. Joni Batson. Kellyanne Brathwaite. Nadia Foster. Nicole Seeley. Shamira Gittins. Tierra Ann Waterman Carrington. Housekeeping Level 1. Brianna Ford. Cameron Broom. Makiva Olton. Marissa Riley. Monique Walcott. Romario Catlin. International Cuisine Level 2. Akil Jemet. Brittany Cumberbatch. Brittany Knoll. Camille Boyd. Sharice Knight. Deavion Armstrong. Erica Graham. Jared Drayton Hinkson. John Paul Skeet. Keon Lynch. Maya Haynes. Riyadh Critchlow. Zakia Ward. Joinery Level 1. Damian Weeks. Darian Toppin Ellis. Janae Mason. Kelly Banfield. Sheriff Neblet. Masonry Level 1. Jason Hadaway. Jelani Ashby. Giovanni Haynes. Metalwork Machining Level 1. Akil Cobham. Deshaun Nowell. Deshaun Lewis. Jaden Reese. Javon Holder. Joash Waldron. Keron Sue. Savio Graves. Plumbing Level 1. Ash Ward. Shanisa Scott. Damir Arthur. Diego Vidal. Javon Seeley. Keron Bab. Liam Alsop. Miguel Mondesir. Neil Thompson. Omari Jordan. Rashawn Carter. Tanil Stanford. Tyrell Seeley. Zario Waldron. Tiling Level 1. Antonio Yearwood. Hashem Hines. Barry Blackman. Cecilia Trotman. Daniel Ford. Dario Clark. Gabriel Leacock. Javante Payne Clark. Jelani Williams. Keneal Cooper Lewis. Nyakobi Clark. Romario Hinkson. Rashawn Bennett. Rishawn Walker. Shaquan Goddard. Tavir Holder. Tashane Jones. Zachary Tate. Office Procedures Level 1. Adriana Harry. Elena Stanford. Alicia Yearwood. Ariel George. Brittany Bridgman. Deandra Holder. Giovanni Waldron Icaris. Jaleesa Jackman. Joyce King. Kadeem Leon. Kalia Connell. Kayla White. Kimberly Austin. Lasanta Sandiford. Leandra Barrow, Michaela Springer, Margaret Branford, Shadia Kelman, Shanice Watts, Stefano Yearwood, Terry Daniel, Vatisha Hunt. Tractor Operations Level 1. Aaron Reed Cox, Akobi Payne Garns, Alvaro Wilson, Darian Croney, Deshaun Elcott, Davion Foster, Miguel Farley, Renico Elliott, Terenzo Pompey. Welding Level 1. Berkeley Franklin, Shane Goodman, Shay Jordan, Dario Clark, Jamal Ogis, Jamar Nichols, Jarion Johnson, Javon Gibbons, Jasper Douglin Gallagher, Nigel Des Rivieres, Rashawn Hoyt, Shakira Lowe, Stephen Morris, Tyrese Farley.
Auto Electronics Beginners. Algernon Small, Dario Clark, Godwin Giddens, Halwyn Jackman, Troy Nurse. Auto Electronics Advanced. Darius Hines, Ellsworth Bourne, Hakil Watson, Kevin Drakes, Roger Martindale. Auto Mechanics Beginners. Andrew Gratineau, Benjamin Chu, Christopher Smith, Delbert Grant, Jermaine Chase, Mandisa Brown, Remy Hall, Ronaldo Matamoro, Ramel Nichols, Ronald Castells. Auto Mechanics Advanced. Curtis Callender, Cesaria Bourne, Jerry Allen, Kirsten Corbin, Malcolm Smith, Malik Waith, Paul Gittins, Richard Allen, Roger Martindale. Barbering. Amario Fraser, Crystal Hoyt, Danielle Wilkinson, Donald Allen, Isadora Maynard, Katrina Neal, Renee Gibson, Tanya Yearwood. Braiding and Weaving. Alicia Springer, Ashley Robinson, Jatonia Worrell, Latoya Kennedy, Nichelle Haynes, Patricia Thomas, Shanice Lovell, Tashara Bess, Tiana Walters. Cake and Pastry Making Beginners. Devon Waith, Kay Watson, Kimberly Seeley, Margot Boyce Odwin, Michaela Lane, Tariq Paris, Tiffany Brown. Dressmaking Beginners. Ashonda Topping, Cherish Thompson, Fiona Husbands, Kimberly Gibbs, Nisha Marshall, Roseanne Maxwell. Farm Tractor Operations. Alison Bayer, Anthony McCollin, Christian Thorne, Dale Motley, Daly Motley, Daniel Callender, Gabriel Ashby, Jamal Thorne, Janiqua Moore, Kevon Harding, Marlon Ford, Marlon Holligan, Michael Tyson, Neil Yard, Nico Shepard, Olufemi Aline, Renee Pilgrim, Shem Tudor, Simon Callender, T'Challa Smith, Tony Juke, Wayne Elliott. Forklift Operator. Curtis Bishop, Damar Cox Chance, Fabian Welch, Gregory Grimes, Hamilton Worrell, Jacoby Waterman, Jaquani Wilcher, Joshua Dottin, Kamal Howell, Kimo Sargent, Kyle Connell, Shaquem Hines, Shaquille Gill, T'Challa Smith, Zario Waldron. Furniture Making Beginners. Akinola Seeley, Cecilia Richards, Cole Gill, Ellen Goddard Lynch, Hadley Roach, Joanne Morgan, Kadeem Alder, Keisha Bavell, Kelvin Roberts, Kenneth Holford, Louis Lynch, Margaret Blackman, Paul Bruce, Samantha Critchlow, Yvette White. Housekeeping beginners: Desrenee Reed, Karen Walker, Leandra Glasgow, Melissa Etinoff, Onicia Eiffel, Shan Bavell, Sharona Sams, Whitney Weeks. Interior decorating: Astral Larrier, Christopher McLean, Kadisha Agard, Keisha Corbin, Kevon Bavell, Melissa Cox, Michelle Maynard, Moniata Riviera, Rochelle Gibbons, Sasha Williams, Sion Simon, T'Challa Smith. International cooking beginners: Andika Hackett, Ashton Corbin, Hamilton Scantlebury, Kellyanne Newton, Carrie-Ann Seeley, Carla King, Lyndon Lewis, Marissa Broom, Nikki Samuels Branker, Ronaldo Beckles, Sharita Phillips, Terrell Farley. Introduction to event planning: Alicia Vaughn, Anthony Goodrich, Ashley Skeet, DeAndre Payne, Deborah Rock, Heike Batson, Helen Headley Worrell, Jacqueline Tate, Jaleesa Gittins, Kentura Banfield, Renee Morris, Chanel Hicks, Sharon Holford. Nail technology beginners: Adrienne Carrington, Anissa Sargent, Kathy Ann Davis, Destiny Elcott, Gaius Patterson, Kathy Toppin, Kaylee Hines, Lachey Nichols, Latonia Denzel, Latoya Kennedy, Natoya Watson, Paula Williams, Rosita Cumberbatch, Shade Straker, Sean Curtin, Shanae Murray, Sheridan Cummins, Sherrianne Mears, Tion Brooms. Plumbing beginners: Antonio Hoyt, Deontay Wood, Dwayne Hackett, Janice Clark, Jed Taylor, Ramel Nichols, Sean Thomas, Tariq King. Plumbing Advanced: Andrea Joseph, Benjamin Chu, Jaleesa Brown, Malcolm Smith, Owen Critchlow, Randy Harris, Rodney Seeley. Skid stair operator: Aluko Lastal, Andre Gooding, Antonio Williams, Kyle Marshall, Dario Bryan, James Blades, Jared Chewett, Jeff Yearwood, Jeffrey Warden, Jonathan Barnett, Justin Cadogan, Kerry Archer, Paul Alexander, Rico Doyle, Therese Callender, and Dewe Jean-Baptiste. Tiling and decorative finishes: Andre Critchlow, Barrington Clark, Christelle King, Deshara Jones, Douglas Morris, Jason Husbands, Jeffrey Warden, Candy Walker, Kimar Griffith, Troy Thorpe.
Air conditioning and refrigeration. Christopher Howard, Gerard Graham, Junior Legal, Karan Graham, Mario Sargent, Shaquille Springer, Tashani Walters. Automotive engineering. Deshaun Brown, Dario Morris, Jamal Noel, Keon Austin, Matthew Grisette, Nicholas Lane. Carpentry. Janelle Mears. Cosmetology. Aaliyah Best, Marlene Hunt. Electrical installation. Rico Corbin, Tremaine Sampson. Mechanical engineering. Avery Trotman, Ikem Hines, Niara Scantleberry. Plumbing. Dondra Bullen, Keishane Welch, Ralston Drakes. Forklift refresher training. Ackley Prout, Anderson Sobers, Andrew Gollop, Andrew Payne, Damian Harris, Daniel Topping, Dave Brewster, David Fitzpatrick, David Howell, David Knight, Edwin Harris, Gregory Wiles, Gregory Niles, Harcourt Headley, Jamal Martindale, Jason Marville, Jonathan Fitt, Junior Sobers, Leroy Aline, Mayhew Xavier, Michael Austin, Michael Bushell, Rommel Payne, Rommel Howell, Sean Armstrong, Shem Walcott, Stefan Mondour, Terry Wharton, and Winston Hoyt.
This 5-member band from Barbados has shared stages around the world with musical stars such as Angie Stone, Damian Marley, Erykah Badu, reggae superstar Sizzla, and Haitian-American artist Wyclef Jean. This afternoon, we will get the opportunity to hear from this international award-winning band. Ladies and gentlemen, for a listening pleasure, singing the song, If I Could Change the World, 2 Mile Hill.
I know there are a lot of things we would do if we could change the world. But all we gotta do is do what we can, right?
If I could reach the stars, I'd pull one down for you, shine it on my heart, so you'd see the truth, that this love I have inside is everything it seems. But for now I find it's only in my dreams that I could change the world. I would be the sunlight in your universe. You would think my love was really something good, baby, if I could change the world. Oh, yeah. If I could be queen, even for a day, I would make you my king. I'd have it no other way, and our love would rule this kingdom we have made. Till then I'll be the fool, wishing for a day that I could change the world. I would be the sunlight in your universe.
We will now witness the presentation of special awards.
Most Outstanding Students. Air Conditioning and Refrigeration, Level 1, Tiandra Yearwood. Auto Mechanics, Level 1, Calvin Brown Worrell and Shane Bishop. Care of the Elderly, Level 2, Jerome Scott. Carpentry, Level 1, Shamar Cadogan. Computer Applications, Level 1, Kyle King. Electrical Installation, Level 1, Dante John. Garment Making, Level 1, Asha Wilkinson and Kelly Ann Brathwaite. Housekeeping, Level 1, Brianna Ford. International Cuisine, Level 2, Davion Armstrong, Zakia Ward, and Ekra Graham. Masonry, Level 1, Giovanni Haynes. Office Procedures, Level 1, Alicia Yearwood and Margaret Bramford. Metalwork Machining, Level 1, Karan Su. Plumbing, Level 1, Miguel Mansour and Neil Thompson. Tiling, Level 1, Antonio Yearwood and Nakobe Clark. Tractor Operations, Level 1, Davio Foster. Welding, Level 1, Berkeley Franklin.
We will now witness the presentation of the Director's Award, which goes to Miss Erica Graham. Miss Erica Graham will now deliver the graduate's response.
Fellow graduates of the Barbados Vocational Training Board, my name is Erica Graham and I am both honored and humbled to be here to deliver the graduate's response on behalf of the graduating class of 2020 to 2021. It's been over a year since we first walked through the gates at our various training centers across the island with wonderment and anticipation to what the future at the Barbados Vocational Training Board would hold. Little did we know that life would take us on an exciting journey filled with twists and turns along the way. We were clueless as to what the training year would entail, but our teachers and staff made us feel comfortable enough to sit and enjoy the ride. It is only fitting that our team for this year, Adapt to Change, Prepare to Move Forward, is a timely theme as we indeed adapted to a different way of teaching and learning throughout this training year. According to the American author Catherine Pulsifer, when we allow ourselves to adapt to different situations, life becomes easier. We knew that we were in the trusted hands of competent teaching staff who were able to chart the way forward in our training, and therefore we adapted to the new situation and life became somewhat easier for us. Like in all parts of the world, our style of learning was interrupted and changed due to the ongoing pandemic, which continues to plague the world. Attending classes during a pandemic was not an easy task as we were faced with some challenges along the way, such as missed classes and as a result, a shortened timetable. However, we rose to the occasion along with our teachers to navigate the best way possible for teaching and learning to occur. The semester was extended to ensure that we were able to gather all the knowledge and skills necessary to be competent in our respective trade areas. Innovation was key, and new ways were discovered for us to learn in this environment. Online learning took place for some of the trades, where students were exposed to a wealth of knowledge through a virtual platform. We were not always in favor of this style of learning, and some of us found it a bit of a challenge because we preferred to be face-to-face among our peers and teachers. During this time, I believe we became strong mentally, physically, and emotionally. It was time to swim with the waves and surf with the tides. I learned that life doesn't go as planned, but with perseverance, we can all reach our individual goals. Graduation is not an end goal in itself. It's instead a larger part of the journey of life. We all did that. We accomplished one of the major milestones in our lives in preparation for the world of work. This is a major step in the journey of our lives, one that should be celebrated and recognized with immense significance. It is not only an act of personal commitment, but also one of pride. We all worked diligently to get to this stage, and our hard work did not go to waste. We don't have to stop here. This graduation has already shown us how capable we are of accomplishing our goals when we commit ourselves to them. I hope all of us today can take this personal accomplishment as an example of how anything is possible when we put our minds to it. As we continue into our lives, let us take each new problem with confidence, knowing we have achieved great heights and are equipped with the necessary tools to tackle the future. I would like to thank the board and staff of the Barbados Vocational Training Board for allowing me the opportunity to be part of their training program. The teachers for their patience, persistence, and perseverance with us throughout the year. This has been an amazing journey, and we salute you. Let us not forget our support system, our family members who without them we would not be here today. Finally, we can be thankful for each other. The friendships that we made here will last a lifetime. I wish you all the best in your future endeavors. Today, as we cross another finish line to our dreams, let's not forget what we have learned. Difficult times create strong and courageous people. Let's celebrate what we have accomplished, but look forward with an eye towards how you too can be an inspiration for others. Congratulations, Class of 2021.
Ms. Cassandra Delaney, Research Officer at the Barbados Vocational Training Board, will now move the vote of thanks.
Minister, Honorable K.S. McConney, Chairman of the Board of Directors, Mr. Benjamin Niles, Members of the Board of Directors, Director of Training, Mr. Henderson Thompson, all BVTB staff, graduates. I am Cassandra Delaney, Research Officer at the Barbados Vocational Training Board. I'm here to extend appreciation to those persons who made this event a success. To the Minister of Education, Technological and Vocational Training, Honorable K.S. McConney, I wish to say thank you for your presence with us today. Your address was inspirational and charted a path which the graduates can follow as they move through their careers. I also wish to thank Mr. Benjamin Niles for his opening remarks and leadership. Mr. Henderson Thompson, Director of Training, thank you for your report on the institution's success to date and for your vision and leadership over the years. Mr. Henderson Eastman, Executive Director, TVET Council, thank you for your prayers and invocation. Ms. Claire Jordan, Registrar, and the Master of Ceremonies, Captain Michael Jules, thank you for your commitment to ensuring the success of this graduation. Those of you who provided entertainment, thank you. Student accomplishment is a key to success of any training institution, including the Barbados Vocational Training Board. No single factor contributes to a student's decision to stay in school until graduation. With this in mind, I also wish to thank every demonstrator and every tutor who made the effort and took the time to expand the knowledge and skill of our graduates. While no one is without ability and potential, it takes a talented and committed teacher, combined with a talented and committed student, to achieve success. This is even more difficult in times of change. I wish therefore to extend, on the behalf of the Barbados Vocational Training Board, our appreciation for your efforts and commitment. Thank you. The reasons for not completing the program are complex, and we cannot forget the role of the institution in the student's success. Tinto's model of student departure considers the interaction between the institution, the society, and the individual. It is suggested that it's the combination of student and institution, along with society, which leads to a high rate of completion and success. Considering this theory, I wish to thank other members of staff of the Barbados Vocational Training Board. This institution is not only composed of our directors and senior staff, but it also includes our demonstrators, our technical staff, the clerical officers, and all the ancillary staff, including those who ensure that the environment is clean and well maintained. This event is testimony to the work done by everyone. We all contributed to an environment and a culture that encouraged our students to stay. To all of you, I wish to extend our gratitude. And finally, I want to thank the student. Zoomer builds on Tinto's theory and considers the attributes that individuals arrive with when they begin training. These attributes include previously learned skills and abilities, but also includes the student's current goals, intention, and commitment to the decision that they made. With reference to the future address, career success is never achieved by accident. It is achieved by choice. Your decision to commit and to complete this step in your growth and development is testimony to your dedication. Erica Greene, in the graduate's response, spoke of the challenges of the ongoing pandemic. Adaptation to change was absolutely necessary. It took courage to embrace a new way of learning in an uncertain environment. I'm delighted to see that all of you rose to the challenge. As the Honourable Minister said, your graduation today is a sign of growth, development, advancement, and achievement. It is testimony to the quality of education and experience that the Barbados Vocational Training Board provides. I wish to congratulate you and thank you for providing us with the opportunity to further contribute to the development of our country. Finally, and most importantly, I wish to thank the Almighty, whose blessings made it all possible. To God be the glory. Thank you.